all over the world, we have started the World Cup finally. 4 years in the making, 4 years in the waiting, and now with a beautiful game, a beautiful opening. Let's go check. We're going to talk about all the games that already happened. See if we change our predictions. We have experts in business intelligence and analytics that will talk everything about the statistics of the World Cup. And I think we can start with Mexico and South Africa. Filippo, you've seen Italy be surprised in the past in opening games against African.
Yeah, I know. You don't have to remember that. It's
good for you. It's for everybody.
Okay. So anyway,
how is that feeling?
I guess it was a good game, and at the end the result was right. And I was impressed by Messi in the first half. They have a good team, and they beat us just 1 week before the World Cup. But at the end, South Africa played very well, and I guess the score was right. 1-1 is okay.
Yeah, I felt that Mexico, and as a matter of fact, in other events as well, Mexico probably got tired in the second half. I felt the same about Argentina as well. Bruno, I saw Marcus being the key player for Mexico, and he plays. Mexico goes from a 4-3-3 to a 3-4-3, and Marcus going back and forth.
Yeah,
and you have some analysis about who's the boss in the Mexico team.
We took a look at Mexico. For us, I support France, and Mexico is an important team because that's who we play next after our first average performance. So I started looking at Mexico. Also, I looked at what they did in the friendlies, because in the friendlies before this, I think the only team that they won against was Italy, and they lost against England.
They lost
and they lost against Holland as well. So I started looking at who's the boss, and what I mean by that is who's got the most number of touches, who's got the most number of balls won. And some interesting data on Rodriguez. Rodriguez touched on that game 103 balls, and he won 23 balls, which is the top in defending and top in attacking. So if I were the French coach right now, there's two players I would look at. I'd look at Rodriguez and I'd look at Marquez. I think those two players are very threatening, and the data supports this. The surprising thing about Mexico is I think on that last game, they own 71% of the possession. So for them to own so much of the ball and not being able to come through and win against that team, I think that's good news for us, the French, because we have the same problem. The last game that we played, we owned most of the ball and we couldn't come through. So
I think the boss of that game was the goalie. The South African goalie played beautifully, locked the goal, blocked everything. Aaron, you watched. Did you like the performance? One of the few goalkeepers that actually, I think it was him and Tim Howard that played well in this World Cup so far.
Yeah, I would agree. He had a fantastic game, a couple real great saves. But honestly, I don't think South Africa played well. I think agree with you on that one. Yeah, I don't think they played well at all. I think what we saw from South Africa is a mindset to defend and counterattack, which is smart on their part. And I think they were fortunate in having one fantastic counterattack in which they scored a beautiful goal. But I think what we're going to see more of is we're going to see more of those breakaways that go off the post with a poor effort from the other forward. I don't think we're going to see many fantastic shots. So I think they might get one or two of those chances each game, but I think we're going to see a lot more misses than we are fantastic goals.
Uruguay plays South Africa next.
Yeah.
So you're counting on those 3 points already. I can see.
Well, no, that's not true. The one thing that I noticed the most was that I thought the game between South Africa and Mexico was extremely slow. Compared to the other games I've been watching, you're watching there, like the passing, the running, everything was just so much slower that even the game after that, Uruguay, France, even though nothing really happened, they was locked up, over 30 fouls, they're really just trying to kill each other. There was just a lot more speed. I personally found the game between South Africa and Mexico a little bit dull, and I expected a lot more from Mexico. South Africa, home field advantage, still ranked 80th.
Do you think that having all the cameras of the entire world watching, it's the first game of the World Cup and the first game in the entire event, having the entire world watching, do you think that is heavy on the...
It has to, right? I mean, especially for a South African team that doesn't really
have the experience. They don't really have the caps that the other teams have. You really have to understand that, I think there was a big difference there. At the same time, they have that home field advantage. So, how much that plays into account.
I was pleased with the result. I thought it was a good high note to see South Africa scoring first. A beautiful goal. Jabulani, helping or not.
Yeah. He danced very well, though. You have to admit that he danced very well.
I think it's good news for South Africa.
Brazil until we see the proper dances. I mean, they're the ones who
we know Neymar and Ganso, no dancers. Maybe Robinho. But we were just transitioning to talk about France and Uruguay. We had predicted that this was going to be the game of the week. That's why we brought the two experts. I have to say I was a little bit disappointed.
Yeah.
I went back to look at the history of that head-to-head. As a matter of fact, I think it was the third time that France and Uruguay tied 0-0 in World Cups. So not a big surprise. This is like, I told Aaron before the game, this is now it's the moment. Maybe protect me here. I felt that Uruguay and France are both that tier 2 of Europe and Latin and South America. So they're pretty even with themselves.
You want to protect them on that statement. I think we had all the stats on that.
They're not Italy or Brazil, right? Yeah. They're France and Uruguay.
Yeah. This is just to put a little bit. Of course. Yeah, and we prepared quite a bit, both emotionally and analytically for this game. I think Diego's got a ton of the data. I think physically, going back to what Diego was talking about, we expected this to be very physical. I mean, last time I think they played, I think Henry was red carded. There was 50 fouls. This time it's 30 fouls or something like that.
33 fouls.
33. They had a ref this time that was Japanese that had not given a red card in any of the friendlies, so you could expect it was going to be physical. As it turned out, Uruguay got a red card.
And Rodrigo deserved that red card. Like, there's no doubt. It was unlucky. He was running. I think he predicted that he was going to get a little bit more distance when he went with the ball. It was a red card. I can't really complain about that.
It made things much harder to sustain the 0-0 for Uruguay, I felt.
And at that point, I feel like they gave up on trying to win the game. And it was like, okay, now we're going to go back. We're going to sit in our defense. They have 5 in the back. They added 2 more as soon as that red card went back. And they were going nowhere. Forlán just trying to run up by himself, had the most shots in the entire game. But at the same time, one player is not going to do everything.
Well, I was a little bit disappointed in Anelka. I expected more from him. Do you think that he only plays with Brogdon on his side?
Well, so that's the thing. I think, of course, there's a lot of people that complain about the Domenech's doing, and I'm not going to play coach here because there's a lot of things that we don't know beyond the data. And certainly, I don't understand why we don't have more of the Anelka and the Maluda combination, because these two guys play in Chelsea throughout the year, and it seems like Domenech is setting them up to avoid each other. I think that's a big miss. On this game, I was disappointed we couldn't come through because, as Diego said, they had great defense. I was disappointed in who ran the game. Ribery, who is the Messi of France, if you will, very small, very aggressive, great control of the ball. Couldn't make it through. Largest number of touches is Sanya. Tulano made some great touches. He got the largest number of ball ones and the second largest number of touches. So clearly, we've got good defense in the center. We can control. Now it's going to be about being able to bring it forward and then score. We've done a lot of shots. There's one free kick I think that could have gone in. But apart from that, it's very disappointing about what France has done.
We'll wait to see. We'll go for a short break and we'll come back with a little bit of predictions for the next round in Group A. With that, stay with us at foreverfootballshow.com. You can actually watch the best goals of the week, the best goals of the World Cup in the YouTube playlist right beside our window. So you can watch the commentary and watch the best goals in the YouTube playlist that we prepared for you. Stay with us and we'll be back in just a few seconds.